Right, ebusuan be like video no share dia mo foforo na ono so anya bi atumi ahwe na ene unim se aban e de atodwa se cocoa farmers omuka odi wo mo no watimi release kazi entua nso ene kuafo esu se ansem aban de betodwa ne nyina no kura bi anim esanse omo eda so de onka omo pem so bia anya ade a omo ade ama wo mu na ene ye titi se nipa ne bi so kura afato omo ho so ene omo ewura Cote d'Ivoire man no smuggle cocoa beans ne bi ne de keka ho a enya asem ketwa na discussions bi atimi akoso on this issue and other issues are efans you yiri ene de keka ho a mepese ye begibre na yakotie bie yenso adwenkyere fa nsem a ekoso no ho no yetumi ede ato comment session
abna ansana meka sakoma na sem no me san ka biu se nsu afa amanfo nkan no muwe kokwa akuafo ewo Ghana ha ebisu esanse omunya sika entodro no
last week
me say yetua ebinum yentua omunyina ka
nya omunyina na aba so now the cocoa board dey aba so ma clear areas ni na
omatua bi
ne nya ba ma mema wansa
omatua bi
me pa cho me wa ha
Honorable, who buy no cocoa growing
yeah.
But one cocoa.
Yeah, fire topics in Ebaha.
And we a matter of national concern.
Important, very important.
Okay, Honorable.
And
memo.
Did you say abino emomodin no more makano onto moka send beya because see no yes it discouraging cocoa from growing cocoa. People, last time I said it, a lot of people are losing their properties because of that. Because most of them did loans on their cocoa. Because on my project, say last year, I 2,000. This year, I 2,500. I 3,000. So if it takes time, 8 months, until I'm a car, 9 months. Okay. And the question is that you are not going to pay interest on that amount. And it's a mima koji loan. And I'm na 8 months. What holding me time value of money. The value of the money as at 8 months ago is not the same as today.
Okay, Kingsley, me so home so.
So you share President Mahama and the Vice. Majority caucus about 2 weeks ago. He raises our issue with MPs, NDC MPs. We, some of us, if you cocoa growing areas, you raise the issue. No, the assurance was that on my property BBR until the following week, which was last week. Omo release this no. Last week, Omo release this no. When you say you release this last week, and of course within some 4 or 5 days, you know, me hit all the cocoa buying why and do as here. So the assurance Nana Medeman say the money has been released. Within the weeks, also, yenya enkofo bi achiche omo border so a omo de Ghana sika no Cote d'Ivoire because ene Ghana ye cocoa no bo edin e chen Cote d'Ivoire de and to Cote d'Ivoire utimi ko to 2 bags say sika no to Ghana cocoa 1 bag just say ye de no bo edin ana ye wo man mu a wo se ye bo man no so amanfo bi selfishness na na make kan nti omo de sika no so cross border
ekoto
enti ye nyina nso ye nka ho bi na ye mo aban
enti honorable
abeg say be ya so sika enti mi cross border
enti no o ma me into so yeah enti no say honorable confirm say ebi omunya
no enti mi nka ncha so kokku kwa ni be twa no
e be say aban onhwe na ye ma me nom ye papa nom no omo bre. Like I said, people are dying out of this. People are losing their properties because of this. Having yeah, but I told him say helping them even experts.
Na say expert. Yeah, but I will say we
honorable.
I'm say we should what pretend say we suma we su koko
that we koko kan ba
je bia ka won kan
we koko kan ba cho mi koko mi to
dey tell
because daddy mi koko honorable mi koko amatia mi
the person me bisa ono na me ni din ko wo chire wa na say no
you see amna you see sakumo nonsense me I don't know but edu ba bia my mu from so no said the honorable kan ya na indiscipline does we did say yeah time say honorable Henry Kote ye adwuma bebre was akoma ni bubu dan na you know and ye ko bubu dan ni ade nyina no it cost the taxpayer money to be able to do that sika and kasabe ye betimi bi dia kosi hospital oba bi ye betimi dia school dan oba bi ye betimi dia constructing road oba bi no ye de koye sa nyuma we nyina ade beti no 1 month 2 months ni Ashanti akoda then people will go back to do that same ade na oye ye na aban no kobo ho ka no it's sad. So the question I asked the Bian say yeah, when are you in charge? Because Sakumo no way there is MC was at Tema East or Tema West. There is an MC there. And I was also area. So Tema West. There's an MC there. So MC kuna ya omwo no. What do they do?
Because Unstated Precope.
Engineers, you know, what do they do? But you see, sometimes you will not blame the technocrats so much. Because one of these technocrats didn't come on. No, catch him say, do you know that the whole Ghana assemblies meaning I see architects assemblies in is about 15 or so. The whole Ghana over 200 assemblies, no. Or architects more is about 15.
Just 15.
Yes. If I stand to be corrected, but because I was into a high rank person. Oh yeah, one of the president, one of these professional bodies. But see the whole Ghana assemblies, no. The whole assembly is about 200. Architects or more is just about 200. So that's what I say. So how many real engineers are?
Only 15 and 200.
15. No, architects are what the whole.
See, I work at 200.
200. I'm saying that over 200 districts, municipal and metropolitan assemblies. No. Or see, architects are what is about 15. I stand to be corrected.
That's what they told me. Most of it in
yes.
Okay.
So you ask yourself, say, these engineers no so what is their capacity in terms of competence, no, because common on was be have engineer no be or a technician be no arise be engineer. And so I'm not doubting their competence, but you know what I say. It's your best aban no hard no so on share na you employ competent people in these areas. Now, you employ competent people we are. The politicians should give them the free role to operate, to work, to do their work. Because no nipa na bia ne nipa na papa na no or what social media ni TV so recently say or your financier and you bubu ni dan and na say so does it mean that we are politician, we are politics or Ghana we are above the law now?
Amount
license say be indiscipline in the society. Say so to people are losing valuable properties. And interestingly, most of the people who are losing their homes, their properties, on buying designated area now, you see them or you're far away from the place. But because of somebody's indiscipline, he found himself in that situation as we speak. What I say, but Nina Bekwaba, maybe they say the back stop at the door of the politician. Because in Ghana, no, a politician, they say the only say, are there one to me and say, almost say a Maya Mema. Yeah, because a Yema Namikano, honorable Harry Cote, Sakon landfill site away. Okobu Budan ye Juma make the distilling all that.
Ramsar site.
Yes, Ramsar site. Ramsar site. Did a lot of work there. Taxpayers' money. But within few months, few years, look at what is happening again. What I say, it's your best share. Young fire 9 form because you see, and maybe I was a year Jumano. It is there. No, because yen shena, yen mapping, yen say. All these things are there. But why are we able to determine say this area is Ramsar landfill site? Because the architectural drawing, and everything is there. But it is out of the greed. Or putting himself has a incident or hapa, but greed intino or bakoton asana mobi at the Hosika. It's actually here. Now you see, I did back up your best me and make it cancel say. Is it honorable? We knew about the land registration process in Ghana. You know that when Obukoto land no register, the assembly is not part of the process. Yes, the assembly is not part. The assembly no a registered land, The assembly is not part of the, because I have registered land before. I never involved the assembly where I registered my land.
Usually it's just a building,
yes.
You need a permit.
Yes, they do permits, every building.
Examine the land, the kind
but
of.
But time no, why register land now? We become no register land. To be say, assembly is be oh, so I register your document this.
But in as much as all documents, it doesn't mean say. As I said, we see. What's I don't know. Engineers so we always say it's not meant for even 3-story, 2-story, and all that. And how we even position.
And no comes back to the capacity of the assembly I was talking about. The sort of employees they have within the assembly. Whether most of the time, no, the engineer who is in the assembly, no, have the capacity to even determine say yentimi see abrosan wa ha yentimi see abrosan to aso 3 and to aso 4 because ebi a said as asenete no usi a ebebu we say we put to dan soil test in impo. How many people do that soil test? Because I mean nipa bi see down baby and now you call an engineer guy and architect no so before you best starting there say call soil test wouldn't the first say oh must have me don't need to no but engineer later no boss we are here because we need to be sure of the land whether it will be capable for that soil building now or nipa person will see no. And then they had to go and pay. But how many people will even build and go and involve the services of an architect? Or is that what I'm saying? The assembly itself must be able to resource in terms of human resource capacity, so that they will be able to do that. So assembly be or architect, assembly be or those planners and all that. It's a best say abano. Employ people with good capabilities so that the assembly will be well resourced. Okay. Now assembly no so say no mankasa bylaws any of mining rano. Yeah, they hear juma within the jurisdiction no because anyama ye ko na ye san ko ho nyina your mine sika money that could have been used for something different no and they ye channel me na back to Sakumono lagoon. And what will be na insuo to kwa brand finifie gidigidi so bola no hwe gogota ne di insuo na de ko na de ko hemfa insuo no de ko no e de ko hemfa na obi aye ne water closet ayi no your friend is saying the omatu of form no na o de akoto gota bi mu na insuo no me de my in me de me be 20 years ago me need was me de pipe no me de to gata na what down ho no my ye you know you see the mentality of Ghanaians. So you see you hwe na de bedu ba bi na wo say sa ye nkwala na samansama na wo ho no e wo sa ban sign de ba yen sign from rebio because enema na ekoso no hardwin but we come and sit here every year to talk about all these things again. Never.
Kingsley Matsemeda say Doc Bremoy
Abna Kingsley say must we come here every year and talk about this thing? It's when I can make the coming can be because and the payment by Messi. Come on, be a shop at the next year. Now it's come. I'm not and Shelly and the Ashanti about discuss the same issue view. And so do I hear my catch abna. As I'm not making 2026 no. Bomb playback.
DJ.
Oh, Sunday. I'm happy. Why are very dispassionate in one for politics, one fan better command years and I'm very happy. I'm on command. I use the maximum waji, and it is my wish there and can come be no. Okay, the man and K-Basin.
Na Doc, woman, dear.
I'm not Indiana.
I'm not so Jimu. I'm not a Casa Commono, Ramsar site assembly.
Yeah,
Lagoon. So a Ramsar site. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, the issue here, Mura. Okay. Abna, just if the history of the area now, around 1400, 1400 them time no na abrofo mo bedo bezi hando na hia aga na phone ya wahade na the mizin another area no identifying as Sakumono na me yan kranyi but the name Sakumono no if you read the history or your incanizin what's it Sakumono said it's something related to water. I said also a friend water hole into Sakumono I said on top of the water hole. It's something related to water. 1400. Now, those days are Sebio, Hen, Painful, one call school Sebia. Another one you museum on the Abbey for museum, which may identify the higher water hole, higher area for water. Around that time, no importance, them area no importance, just start to get recognized. Abna, if you read the still about the history, 1987 thereabout. Now you declared as a protected area. 1987. Now you declared at that time 1987 upon. Now document shows there no mobile 1/3. The area no mobile 1/3 no why then. You lose out of development now. It doesn't see that who is fast forward 1992. Now internationally recognized there. A one year protecting as an international site of environmental importance. 1992 assembly you can have now it was 2026 and you got 30 years in it. So 1992 with our constitution with our laws, let's say internationally UN systems another here as a man yes in the area higher area of important for biodiversity another for natural water reservation. That's 2026. Are you here such a site more? Na say yes then position then since on am ya kan hansa man or aka bia nti kan asem ye tu nra ezugo ho okay na ba yenhwe nkomo bio en de bia me ba ha sam kra me kapaye land use and spatial planning the bia me ba ha me kan da masemi land use and spatial planning na makan hasama kapim time a yame aduma e benya ho result o Sunday ma me ba da kan regarding assemblies, architects, then other was done 2, was done 1, was done but some not 25. All these issues need now land use and spatial planning. Yeah, very critical in all these discussions I have, even including sanitation. You know about sanitation, president sanitation issue in the next topic I ever discuss. But you see, besides there, why is it there in the Murasam? I a big issue as Sakumono Ramsar site or sorry in Chefa. I very simple. Since I eastern part of Greater Accra, historically, no major landfill. I am a landfill site, but I am fundama land. Be by 2 hen workers years ago. I am back there. Engineers and paying for our museum. We see what day. E wanna ye yura ye fini nankogo or tama also for pon and upon. I get it wrong. Pon. When I landfill sites no. As of February 2026, say here Minister for Local Government Chieftaincy Honorable Ibrahim o declared there economy and two from room find them because why a man. I'm not sure where I generate in Accra. Every household averagely nipa bia generate about 0.47 tons of waste a day. She yipa e won kan na she waste I generate a day. Thousands of tons a day. Now you're in landfill site. Bisa all the waste management companies. Bisa bola for now we used to abobo yan as well as run. Bisa honde.
Oh, Achimota new station hono baby a show no. Once a coin bid a hono. Wo de na ya pa woni na do.
Was the room go.
Would there be undru hono no. Abobo ya woka se ni landfill site. Abobo are loading esisi hono mo just yeah, also more concern. What's an honor that side honor now? No, mutu bigo. Minim sabi amu bi. Yes. This is but now no. Minute the
space ni ho.
Undu honor. Cast na loading no.
Space when you space. Me say me can land this special finance. When you space here. At a point in one, na menye company be adwuma Spinters Road do mini plus. Nti every time be anan crop for one. I mean, we are high private. We engage private today Zoom line, but 1 year Zoom line the level. Also, I think escape or something. No, for whom was it called? At a point now, Temano landfill site one. when you be Fungu, because of course Minister Krabaka
last 2 months or so that there is
as not making one you or your pull and push factors into Cecilia no Pono untum from room from Koha. Where next? Okay. At a point now we discover a new place war in Saum baby and Nancy me the one I wasn't running. Show be you. If it isn't cook baby a site approved that you order move from her to Saum how many hours? Okay, it's a responsible waste management company. Obaba for who run war piece of friend the UTV had it as I call so responsible waste management company by the management zamo. But of course, you know you have to pay. No mum, them abobo ya fuya.
What do we do? What do we do?
Abana na phone call. On phone call. On major 40 cities, 50 cities per dustbin. No on chukara phone call. So you can who baby. But say inside the baby cry. On phone call go no obey how many times a day and sana when ni expected income and the score and say
tinye na lagoon wa
into so kwa onye baby a kwan bi ohwe be ya nti baby na so ha bi ha wona to
anajo
ohwa na ohwa na ohwa na we hwe egu. It's about the point I'm making here there. Ramsey site was sakuma no ho no because of the area and it's there when you bit settlements in here in I mean, go in Kofutsna ho. Inti, one year more of a bay area. Inti, Pano offer new rapes ya. Quick, on what for if you fear you, or acquire your space will be on the way then where you go. Land use and spatial plan as some reckon is part of it. Because you know what? Tell American assassin like us what the one say a serious country. The membri yam. Mapping for ya into ya mapping. Me kind about 3-4 years ago. Na me pay land area map be. You call land commission 37 where they have everything on the system. They will print time or more soft copy. I've been serious with executing our land planning now and our land planning policies and our plans are an area like Ankran, Tema, wherever. Ya map baby in there. Fit it ha as a kwaha. Able to me sit down with her. Fiti ha ze kwa ha school botuma ba ha fiti ha ze kwa ha hospital aha there's a landfill site or maybe a public facility public space be all those things you know ya map nicely the same one into say when ya kan wasema we know where we know them oko in suno kwan we map we know we have mapped everything down but we are not implementing our plans we are not implementing them into ya yenwe na ewie. All that you have to do, okay, yeah, maybe it's a call. Meanwhile, no, assassin, I can no private chief na assassin is no. Or turn now where police can be his own function or the landfill site, not there then. No, it's in the go and for whose benefit? You see, it's the pressure one banana day. She said, "We no door soon. We no door soon." She says, "Abna says we to for my share." This Abubo Yafuye, you can answer me. We often 3 ties in one tricycles. So actually very critically were very common now. Until the first no. She said why you very common? All because a juma no arba when you juma ye. When you juma because you generate a lot of waste. Waste is generate a lot from good name. Into from good fee. What if a lot of beer then? Obafako. What's it cost? Baby obenya obofu there go obenya ni second tentam not go. And that is where now pressure ba sapon landfill site no. So the thing is that here sanitation issue. I mean, sanitation communism. Then eventually I'm gonna dive into President Nizi about this. But they very sanitation management will Ghana handle. We have to take a real look at the whole thing. We have to take a whole reset. Look at it holistically. In this time in 1826, for there are some man required by spending time, energy, investment in disposal, waste disposal. At this time, we are wrong. 18. Why am I saying this? Waste, you generate waste every day. Every day, they generate waste. But in there, you know, the waste generate we are new management, or your problem. Sister Erika say, "Yimpa hin no one can what does been seen fee." Mr. Hood, the yimpa hin no one can you fear him. And as for the the high class areas, likely the baby now will be on fee the plant areas no. But you find normal average middle income and low income another the communities, the typical communities in Accra, in Ghana.
Area
Impa him na what dustbins also won fear and put the one put him. And those people no say when you run now, besides that he wasn't run was good. Let Ghana for Russia and let's be honest with ourselves. Impa your dustbin win fear. Into said that Murano or pack go porting bag him crime or your manners or her feet or your fee or the everybody bread now because of them more start to remember. Then wakafa. Only that's one if you. Into the next point is that you see who? You can imagine. The next point is sorry for room, sorry for insumo, sorry for gatrimu. That's the next destination. Now, that same person, I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. Obviously, affordability crano or your problem because that's been 240 liters no. I mean, some are very expensive, 600, 1,000, 1,002. A typical Ghanaian income level. Or Busumu Swan, what you pay 500 cities or 1,000 cities. It's only for them 400 and another 1,000 from Koto Dasbin. You see, already now saying, when you them, that mentality, that energy there, we better be the right thing. At the end of it, also no, Sika Sun maybe or then also no can. Obi kwa ha baby what Dana wa here no team na be a compound house and space to cry sometimes it does be cry it's cry now your problem. Space that's been make it be simple no your problem. It's like I don't know if it on no one there. On your option be to generate that generate into that small rubber no oza opebi organize oza koto na nyame adom wetin what does be na ewie no abna the other issue is that oje mo your man bola for kwa every trip be at 40 cities. Them a typical household that say not every week biano although he is 40 cities every per week on do no also ma bola for no abna untia because ofide or an expensive venture expensive option compared to there obey run na wape offended baby no these problems are structural or these are the fundamental things that we have waste generation the problem start from there you see one say as I man you address this issue abnamanka we can share on our streets maybe driving from Achimota overhead to Hamis when am I remember so mention I'm sure roadside number of dustbins are so assuming them and I'm going to dispose main road here as about YouTube here dustbin it is a me we generate waste CC and I'm be a responsible citizen namu two run at the right place abnamu to man to harm the could watch motor harm dustbin find
now dustbins go this work will be very real
the same one so structurally no the waste disposal
be very real true very real
into the generation
iron roads I say you know roads and idea barricade
the same one into abna the attitude with waste generation nankasa no on one big headache into me pipe boy another me advocacy there instead of then can you focus on the generation no sorry the disposal no share how at this time and age modern Ghana how are able to share a modern way of managing waste from the disposal point so that in there at least Uncle Gatem, you will be that's be I wish then can make about waste separation. I wish then can make waste separation as the source because the one is starter waste management no or you more effective. Landfill is saying well better to manage the landfill side because no one of frafra both fruit womb nkwanu womb fufu womb plastics room. It is the waste in the go with that landfill site crampon now. To even manage the waste separate waste is here it means the waste generated electricity. And there are so many things we can use waste, but the way I understand so I mean other
Sweden
yes.
Omo crowd waste.
Yes.
UK no way
exactly the point I want to
why you wasted no matter because waste are
importing. They import waste. Buy a landfill site you can have the way to go ha. You know you know how to cramp because that waste not going to send you temperature. You on home. So we need a critical look at our waste management sector. And I say assemblies no I mean the assemblies no I think there are some conflicting things or they may share. This is EPA or these assemblies also are also playing their part in this waste management thing. I wish there in a critical sector like this, no, you're being a certain commission or agency or whatever, purposely for waste management. Waste management, because a big challenge that we have. Cholera. I mean, I remember way back 2014, President John Mahama say National Sanitation cleaning Ozebay. As all prompted them, basically was cholera outbreak. You see, a lot of problems say, have flood here, you can want some waste, or you're part of the problems of Mama flood here.
Yeah.
They should look at this very well, both from the institutional side, from the investment side, even from the public education side. Now, sensitize the public very well. Now, a better system now.
And now we dog the Wabu watch they say waste in a company, they call him from a kind say Honorable Ahmed, Minister for local government na or can none near brew district assemblies in so say now no sanitation no say na say and more expect say district assemblies no the entire more musica no company now e do say be employ and for ne banner sanitation once my business sabi ntimi employ will be and so you ask say we train district assemblies na awo now no matter said and so ever home and say and then back to a president 2 days a year was set work I say municipal district assemblies say management waste management companies and the ebedi kind as started now no run yes sound so ye de koyan sana citizenry so afra honorable Misha said the from ampenye is in 10th and 11th yes say we na ye de koyan fa
ye wo landfill site e wo omaimu ha ye de kra wo be edu
ye 10.
Oh yes, I am from landfill site.
Oh, sir,
the engineering
no what call I heard the Zoom line here now. We was of international standard. Oh, Obakra aje kutuku. Omo landfill side ho.
Safi no good that wo.
Oh why?
What's
da. Oh, more recycle waste
but that's a private.
Yeah, kakrakapa o.
Okay.
Ukodu aje kutuku na ko hwe ade na. Kese mfidi egu ho no.
Okay.
Enya asem keto o.
Abdulhamid the future on about Mampeda Meka.
Omo obi okuma se. Omo obi wo bigger
is when we hunu. When if you waste generate now, on about trust me.
Over.
Yes.
So we need more of that.
And we need more of that, but omo obi wo ha. Omo ye even recycle be the plastics.
Okay.
E dey be chairs. E dey be nyama bebree.
Okay.
And omo composite e be omo dey be kran so ye fertilizer.
Yeah.
I'm not advertising for them, but I think yes, if we patronize a local campaign, we're supporting a bit in my area. So idea the 2 days are Omampani aka say yemfa prefin ehun here na me o information so say arrangement bia was all here about your prayer baby e dey kogun bia no o ma take into consideration.
Okay.
And the message said yen nyina be kan ho abom na.
Okay. And now 2 days is it enough?
Yen to planning na but after winning see why. Because from Saturday ko no nkyere say you see you start Friday ni ayen Friday and Saturday nkyere say fi na ekokra na say wo bi wo ha empra. But yeah eno as a major cleanup exercise.
Okay.
A bi kwan ato wa. Well, we're doing it every Saturday or first Saturday of every month. National Sanitation Day. Now, also, I thought there'd be idea be back. Yeah, quite an emotion na tida. And we better can know that spirit, a very revival, National Sanitation Day. And to me, say, we adding a whole gym na na ye di ani ahwe ba bia ensuo no ba ye di fin ahodo ko episa fin no kugu ye na ye fi ho ade a ebeboa ye going forward no say ne menuanom e kan ye especially prof right
Pakwesi
dog e kan ye we need to have get more landfill site ye nim say located advantage areas are. So even say temporal. Ebi okra na say containers na yede be ko na on regular basis, reasonable interval. You be kwa kuyi na yede akọ baby e wo yi a. I think obi be feel comfortable to come out so they be kwa to. But e to de bia say na ye kan. Enya say ye to dustbins ni ade si krom na ha adwen. But ade ni si wa ade be chene ni ho. Obi fi say ye mfa machine animu. Kumase ketia. Sa issues no bi o mane kie me e wo issues no bi. E ma na say no o mpene ma wonfa meshi ho. Wonfa nwura e mesi na.
Dog na unim reason ti a o mo ka so mo mpene no.
Say ye mefa. O mo fa pa no we bre na mpe.
Ebi o hono mo a ye de abesi so ebi wie tie no na awu na askata hono mo nyina bi o be o hono e
no dey say esisa but baby ameme kan dey.
Ene de o mo fa pa.
Hear me, yes. And now you move back because you are introduce Asamansama, right?
Aye, Kingsley.
And I can confirm to you it's a KMA, Richard Oforibo Ajimai. Why introduce Nadia? Nene na saying banging and no more your banner when you move big hall near Yama Krata.
Okay.
So we need to also establish sanitation court. And going forward, being a member of sanitation and water subcommittee, make proposal for taxes on sanitation.
Tax?
Yes. Because say we have to pay for it for somebody to do it. And a dear say ya me hwade na isi kona.
Okay, Jamon, almost at his dream.
Oh, yeah, Obia never knew about it has to come. I want a back on you. No, some person will run our own.
How is it going to be at the best? I
buy a baby at the best.
Okay.
I also be a baby.
Okay.
No, I did get my money because you took Quaco Dubai. You call you South Africa, hey, more tacky, or more buoyancy, and who
go back.
A dear no more, said the enemy. Here, Prampuno, Ushemua, and never been important if South Africa, Yentimina be over before. A honey dear, and some week at home, and it's a in discipline, like the young share near my unique home. To say, do baby, not saying I say, and I said, do one or more man, or say, no, a year, better watching a baby, your son, right, betting me, I could go baby, I was a young tour.
Okay.
Near Paul Moa, or move to a Moache, so may you near the mom. Almost establish companies. Now, almost a man more, my motive.
Okay. Kingsley.
Abraham, what's the President Mahama say any day?
Yeah, were you 2 days as you areas in the region?
Well, what the way I was starting to move.
ACO, no.
The one I was saying, I was starting. I didn't know started says all very year pa. President Mahama say President Mahama say one guy oh
what you being cousin here what you can foresee
doctor Nkola or started school time market or read introduction was after wabo won to me answer question what did you
benefit of the doubt
well for the benefit of the doubt
President Mahama said you need 2 days since he on young clinic.
Yeah, 2 days in the crowd. Yeah, me at the 10th and the 11th.
That's a good information. No crowd.
Or say a holiday now.
There be an one can't say a holiday.
So Friday no also military
agencies and not Saturday.
Because it will be a while. The fear, the store, the.
Most get no, especially so we shall lajo edia. A tree yena baby a kusumono. Inti when you know a timu pon necessary and few honor as soon as I go to be wa a bit choky got us Sunday, so we in the flood in the
papa, but the medical can say, Papa, no, the commitment. Say, any ordinary administration, commitment, say, the fight is our flooding and the sanitation. Our form pa.
Sir, ade.
Our form pa. O share buy and among 2 or 2 ɛwɔ ho a ɛkyɛ sɛ ɛwɔ fam way back you see I mean person my background kakra to this flooding way back 4 months ago in February and I met for the bekan say sa flooding we ebekoso asembisa ne say papa no na ne commitment e dey the hu ya ne say the minister now so is in charge of sanitation no
the minister
local government so na in charge of sanitation say minister na
no say local government men need sanitation
oh but sanitation when say
the pa na minister
sanitation sanitation say na say no the hu ya ne say afei de onu mo lament say ye the sikam assembly for omfa nipa e mo nya adwuma eh e de say sika na e wo hemfa
our assembly
and the first point of it is was assemblies in Minano. Sika na ye de mo some fanya sanitation na minister no abeka che Ghana fo nyina say sika no as ewura no a omo eso mo sanitation eso mo ye no ti na am assembly no sika no akosoro na minister no lament say sika no assembly ni mfanya adwuma no o say ye hwe ho asem ka. Having said that no abna mobile no na from 2017 basi 2024 no obi aye dwuma na mo kan me ti say that's me ti so obi kana mo je World Bank sika na mo de World Bank sika na ye den sabe World Bank sika me maye World Bank project maye dwuma wo World Bank project so pay World Bank sika no mo ndua no keke wo ansa na waye dwuma na wie ono abo no onim
Minim na World Bank na mo divert ya mo dey carry up the money we
World Bank for me come
World Bank project sika na man fa wo ye
me can about World Bank project
no na ye sika no mo divert sika no dey for ye
sika no ba o person dey bibi mpo a say ko discuss o dey person dey bibi mpo a you have to write back to them you have to go and justify it there could be a lot of processes before you can even divert the money to do a different thing altogether obi aba and send a project because yes a project as no by feasibility study a lot of process will go through before and company sign waba award of contracts mo buy no aban bi adikan award the contract dada ya award the contract we are e bi mpo de omo was site sika ma betu sika e wo ho mo de betu adwuma no so kekewu. That is why I'm saying that his commitment to this is very low. And you see, do baby na ye danya me ase say COVID buy no na nye sa ban we in the Ghana because enka omo no ombe prese ye ma dollar mra from than say nipa bebrebe wo Ghana. Nyankopon na ye adom say anaro danko akufuado na wa ban mu hu say ye betumi am economy na back that na emmomu enipa there's a duanan na awu no de yentimi fom nkwa emma bio ni santi no aban we baye adwuma na ekoso ebi wo Paloma side ho ebi wo Connection side ho eni ade nyina no papa yi baye yes finance minister unim say on by January February no na aban adwuma nyina musika wo ho no aban no e fa ne nyina
enya no kre
osupi
because I wasn't lying.
When about we buy no aban dwuma for binim kra bi say aban dwuma mu a omono mo account wo ba bi say Bank of Ghana no most of them no finance minister SVP ni na back to government chest I be say size kan yan fa mo etina wo adwuma bi a wo ye a wa ye commitment aka balance say wutua no say sika ni nyina no aban no obesupi
asa enunya no mo wo clearance to
clearance we say ni ma aban government ni ma aban bi a na agency no for covered for musika omodo ye adwuma omodo be ye adwuma scandal account mu account for Bank of Ghana
body
na mo adwuma covered for na this can abro mo no de be training
bo mu na ye hu na ye nyina enko asana wo ka wo body
say sika dey na account no why sika aban no buy na sika ndo account mu obesupi it dey make na ne say papa we commitment say or dey be fight flood oh yeah they just cosmetics 2 days no the real thing is that mama contractors in koye juma no after we know let the contractors go and work so that Sanima when no we will not be anka flood in the bumper and the magnitude na you who ye no anka massa because no make no omo ka de na no adwuma no eye na nyetse so fitin no come contract say koye adwuma no World Bank me I've worked on World Bank project before. You go through a lot of processes.
Okay.
And yes, animal when you know, how do you buy? You know, can we be one who be die? Yes, and then was so good because what about to see car who told you man so at their duty was my whole year, man. For what reason?
Okay.
It's as a result of that. Now I'm saying you know you are trying. Now be catch you say, well you 2 days as soon as you abaswana. Is that what he's saying?
Okay.
We can't do that.
That's it.
That's it.
Dog, Kingsley, wait.
Grab a man, I'm on a Casa 15-20 minutes. Let me Casa 5 minutes. I'll say, there be many what time. Dog, Brim. No, but me who no. That will be home. What time don't like Kingsley? They bomb so more. Dog, Brim, me time not swan, sir.
Me pede be create impression there. Garrett, since flood issue by. MPP4, they have been consistently trumpeting the Garrett was the solution to our problems.
I never said that, Honorable, but I'm saying that Senkayatua project possibly the flooding might have come.
Okay,
but the magnitude.
It wouldn't have solved the problem.
By the magnitude.
Okay.
The magnitude.
Abna, Garrett in its nature, Garrett, before we start implementation, may a part of the consultants are music proposal query for the consultants. Its implementation.
43 million.
Now, open. Now, 1 5 year. Doctor Kasa. 1 5 year opportunity. What ya? Contract about we are buying. Because number 2 we are contract about honorable. I know you are about sanitation. And you buy stop. And the phone catch on say I do not know you say different between minister who get that contract. You got 2 minister 43 million. Who get that contract? Number 2 score.
Kingsley.
Number 2 score somebody
Sikale moja sikase na moja
to 200 million
so why the World Bank aduma dey say mama to the World Bank sikale number 2 year na so dey here aduma e wo mo
World Bank report have you seen it
I don't know what about
sikale dey income of
we I don't know ya na o ma me na wo me o say missy for what time no missy for
Kingsley, Dokasa.
It's Garrett, Garrett has some MPP who was some call.
O ma jiskala kwa kudi.
Sisia no, me wadu mo sisia wa mana awadu sisia mo yeti hu sisia re. Fact is fact. After the flood, most of the communities know what I say. The last week, my father large here and their problem before, and the problem no that on your face, cry. Inti ehwano me Kingsley be arguing with the commitment, but commitment no mean arguing because of the president no commitment. Me Kingsley be arguing commitment in especially with the local authorities. Abna say a whole district chief executive. Na say who commit who area, who district. Flood AC manwura abo big nkrofo hon
I just want to be 2 days see we say yemfanyansa
declare answer as a local authority president and representative. You have the police at your disposal, at least with the district level police is there to collaborate. It was not more. It was all the institutions with you. Abena leadership, you need to coordinate in front together. Now this if you want an issue will be because of a public health issue. it was public health department for this assembly hall. You can't put them together there. What must it take the president to declare there we are doing a nationwide something and Sunday there or there? I mean, what kind of leadership na portray Ghana? Into them DC, on Friday, Saturday. Everybody will obey you because presidents are obey the major.
Look, and not minister ni complaining, lamenting, minister
lamenting. So far before this issue, time now. Time now. I mean,
this is the man that
Munyai dog na go be any time.
Papa, mama can be I.
Mama, but the minister, I can't watch them.
I'm missing for me. When you video, that will come.
Abna me baba ana wo ma men kasa wo. Obi asend me message.
Wumi enu
local authorities no. Local authorities no. I am more man ejunu onyezim. I'm from those up there. Local authorities no. DCs no especially at this level. The yanka DC one. I am me ejunu onyezim ho top because you don't want to what about everything biano. We have or the president's not there, or you be saying when there's something is happening. I don't think it's the right thing to do. And see, once they should bow their heads in shame. But going forward, Abna, on a solution, on an intervention, may so much enthused about.
Okay.
The real problems the president ever throw. Go down. Let's go down to the underlying easy or after madam as they see when you address the public health with concerns now, but the underlying issues na kasa madam flood them sanitation issues no obano Mr. President today my directive no ko mo e dan na oda wo bubu go no abna or now helicopter no okay only move then move now the critical intervention the them be a flood na other issues no
okay Mate Medase